Hey guys, welcome to another video, and this time I have for you something kind of different actually. Well, not kind of, actually very different from all the other videos I've been doing. This is gonna be a review of JetPens Watercolor collection, or not collection, or watercolor starter kit to be specific. For those of you who don't know, JetPens is a website and they sell a lot of things like pens, of course. They sell watercolors, they sell, it's an art supply store basically. But then what's interesting about them as well is that they also offer a lot of articles. That's actually how I found them out. I found them through an article about pens because I was just googling all that stuff, curiosity. And they have really good articles. They have articles for like a guide to watercolor pens, or to water brush pens. They have a guide to regular ink pens. They have a guide to calligraphy pens, etc, etc. And you guys can go check them out. It's a really cool website, and just the articles are really good to read, to find out, and just like a kind of beginner's guide to all these things, so you can choose the kind of materials that you will like the best, and then you can buy it from the website if you want. But something else that they have that I found really interesting is that they have these starter kits, and they have different kinds, but one of them is a watercolor starter kit, and I thought that was interesting. So I'm gonna show you guys. It came on this mailed bag. It doesn't have like a actual box because it's just a collection of different things that they sell, The price of the watercolor kit is $36, and the way I see it here is that that's just the total price of every single thing that's in the watercolor starter kit. So you're not really paying any more or any less for buying the kit. You're just buying the things that are inside there that they think is a good collection of things that you can start with watercolor, or like if you want to just have them, So let's check it out. This is the starter kit according to JetPens. So first of all, we have this what's it called? Sorry. That's another thing. This is and as you can see, I haven't like actually taken anything out. This is a Maroma New Soho series sketchpad of heavyweight art paper, and that I'm just reading off like their website. So let's open this with my scissors. Okay, so we have the New Soho series sketch watercolor sketchpad, and it says it's heavyweight, but is it? I'm not sure. It doesn't exactly say what. Well, the paperweight, it says 126 GMS, and it actually feels very it's not heavyweight. It's actually very thin for watercolor paper. So yeah, no, it's very thin. It's thinner than the regular postcards that you will get. It's just very regular kind of sketchbooky kind of watercolor kind of paper. But yeah, it's still pretty cool that we get this. After that, we have, you guys already saw this. This is the, what's it called? Oh, it's in Japanese. Okay. But this is a uniball. It's a 3H uniball. I'm sorry, it's a white uniball signal broad gel pen, and this is for adding highlights and making small corrections. Now, I'm not very much a gel pen kind of person, white gel pen kind of person when adding highlights, but I do think that it's a very good addition for a watercolor starter kit, because it's a very good tool for watercolor artists. Even though I don't use it personally, I do want to kind of start implementing it in my art, so this is nice. Let's see, what else? We have a regular pencil, which is always great for any art kit that you want to do. And this one specifically is a 3H, is it? Yeah. It's a 3H Uni Mitsubishi 9000 pencil for drawing light-based sketches and outlines that won't smear when painted over with watercolors. So it's a general writing Mitsubishi 9000, it says on the pen itself. And yeah, always a very good idea to send a pencil for any watercolor kit, any art kit, I mean. Then after that we have a micron pen, and this is a number 2 micron pen. Now I am very familiar with these because I have like a million of them just because art trips that end up with me not knowing how to spend money. And yeah, no, this is, I know for a fact that this is archival ink. It's waterproof, it's permanent, you know, it's a very good pen in addition to a watercolor kit, because I know that you can ink your lines with this and then you can watercolor paint over them and it's not gonna smear or anything, which I think it's also wonderful. We have a aqua brush, and this one is the Pentel Aquash, that's what it's called, the Pentel Aquash water brush for applying watercolors without the need to separate brushes and water containers. Now we all know what water brushes are. If you've seen art videos of any kind, well, not of any kind, but if you've seen my videos, or mostly any unboxing videos in general, you normally, in a lot of boxes, in a lot of places, and for a lot of people, you see them using water brushes, and we're all familiar with them. You fill them up with water and you use them as a brush that already has the water in there, so that you can carry it around, and so that you can, you know, you don't have to worry about having like a place to have the water there to wet your brush. So that's there. And finally we have the watercolor themselves. Now here they have sent me, they include in this watercolor kit, the Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolors, and this is a very nice box. It's very nice. Let me open this. There we go. And that's not tape how I thought it was. It's actually just plastic. So this is such a nice packaging, so just let me tell you. It's so nice compared to other like plastic watercolor boxes. So, and there it is. Those are my watercolors. They're very nice. They're very big. Goodness. Like, I know that these are for sumi paintings, and sumi brushes are larger than regular brushes, but goodness, these are big. And let's see, let's read more about these. Now I'm definitely reading this off of the website. This isn't something that I know for a fact because I've never used these watercolors. So straight out of the JetPens website, this is what they say. These traditional Japanese watercolors were designed for professional artists and crafters, but they can be enjoyed by novices and experts alike. The non-toxic water-based paints are light, fast, and ideal for sketching, illustration, sumi-e, I think that's how it's supposed to be said, cards, and more. Each watercolor block comes in an individual tray that can be removed from the palette during use. The underside of the box lid features a color chart that you can fill in yourself using the actual watercolor, so that you can see exactly how they will appear when used. And I suppose it's this. And I also suppose that it says the names. It's supposed to say the names of the colors right there, but I don't read Japanese, so I can't tell you. I mean, I took one Japanese class one time, but that was long ago and I don't remember. But I do have numbers though, so that's nice. It's nice that they actually have you know, numbers on them. It's like number 32, number 36, so that when I want to buy it again, I probably will just go by the numbers. The underside of the box, that's right, that the palette contains 12 colors: black, blue, brown, deep blue, green, lemon yellow, light brown, mid green, red, scarlet, white, and wine red. And yeah, those are the colors that we got, and I can't wait to use them. As far as the kit itself, let's see, I do like all the things that they sent. We have the Kuretake watercolors. This fits right in right there. We have the sketch paper, which is suitable for watercolor, it says, white gel pen, a pencil, like a general basic pencil, and we have the micron pen. Now, to me, I think that this is a very good watercolor kit. I would have I do like this. Like, I like this for, like, if this is meant for someone that's starting watercolor, I do think that, you know, it's just practice paper, you know, it's just practice. It's nothing that, you know, that's serious for this. Like, you can just sketch in there and that's it. I do think that they could have chosen maybe something more like thicker paper, just for like knowing, because this isn't even 140 pounds. This is just very thin paper, and I don't like that. Oh, and this, I was forgetting this. The other thing is that I really wish that they would have chosen to also give a regular brush, you know, like a regular watercolor brush, because you know, like this one, it doesn't have to be something very pricey. Of course, it can be something pretty cheap, because it's a starter kit. You don't need a pricey brush for starting your watercolor journey. But I do think that they should have given us an actual brush, because even though the water brush is such a good tool and such a revolutionary tool nowadays, because, you know, it just makes traveling so easy, even though it's such a good tool, I do think that if you're starting watercolors, you need to learn how to use a brush, a basic brush. And you need to learn how to use that brush and the water, and how they react, and how much water you need in that brush, etc, etc. Because it's such a quintessential tool for watercolor artists, you know, just using the regular round brush. If you're starting watercolor, I would actually prefer them to send an actual brush, and, you know, for painting, rather than this. I just think that it's a much better choice, but that's just me personally. I know that there's a lot of people out there who just like to do everything with water brushes, and they do their art with water brushes, and it's beautiful art with this, but that's just my opinion. Other than that, I think that it's a very good kit. It's a very good starting kit. If you're just like, if you don't know what to buy, if you want to get into watercolor and you don't know what to buy, and you see this, and you have paper and watercolor and a brush, and you have a white ink pen and a regular pencil, and this is good. This is very good, and I recommend this if you're actually trying to sell not sell. If you're trying to buy watercolors and you go to the art store and you see all these choices and all these choices of paper and brushes and pens and watercolors. Oh my gosh, the watercolors, you could go crazy just trying to choose those, and then you get to like, what colors should I have, or just, you know, you kind of get overwhelmed, because I know that happened to me. Even though I had a watercolor class when I was starting out, I still went onto the store and I still bought a lot of unnecessary things that I didn't exactly know how to use when I was beginning my art experience with watercolors. So the fact that this starter kit that gives you this set, and it gives you the paper, and it gives you the most basic tools that you can use for that, it's really great. So I recommend this. And so if you guys are interested in buying this isn't sponsored in any way, by the way. It's just, if you guys want to try this out, if you don't know what to buy and you want to try this out, you can definitely go to JetPens.com, and then you can buy this. The total for this bundle was $36, and it's free US shipping. Free, you know, if you live in the US, that's nice. So yeah, you can just totally go ahead and buy it. If you, but okay, let me just give you this. But if you already have dabbled in watercolors, and you are interested in getting this whole thing like set, I would recommend that instead of just buying the kit, you just buy the things that you know that you want to buy, and then get like a kind of better quality paper, because this is good for sketching, but it's not good for, it's not gonna give you the strength that watercolor paper really needs for heavier handiwork. So that's my only downside on this. And then, you know, water brush is nice, but everything, that's my only downside of if you know watercolor more. Other than that, if you're a beginner, I recommend this. Go buy it if you want, or go to their website, read their articles. There really are very good articles in there. And yeah, lose a few hours in there, losing yourself in the art material world. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the review for the JetPens watercolor kit, and I will see you guys next video. Bye. Rendered, no show through. Oh, this is so bent. No show through page. Because you know, you're kind of supposed to be united with your people there. Like the customers are like sometimes the enemy, and they just